Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are very eager to see and are very curious about is, of course, the first set of footage of Episode 9 in the form of a teaser trailer and or a trailer itself by JJ and Chris. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with a handful of shot descriptions of the teaser trailer of this movie. Now, specifically shot descriptions consisting of Rey covered in a black cloak, standing on the edge of a cliff during a thunderstorm in the rain with an ignited blue lightsaber. It describes that Rey appears to be in fear and shows signs of lost hope from examining her face. It said the lightning reveals tall structures behind her that appears to be multiple Jedi temples. The next goes over Kylo Ren without his helmet, however sports a hood over his head. It's described Kylo is wielding an ignited lightsaber with his knights behind him, in a standoff with around 10 opponents standing in his way, with new weapons that have plasma surrounding these new weapons. It said that Kylo is on a desert world. The next goes over Leia sitting on a chair in front of a large window on a Resistance cruiser, witnessing a large space battle with distant explosions. Additionally, it said that the teaser will make casual and hardcore fans very emotional and even shed some tears at moments of what's to be shown and how it's presented with the music itself. Now, I really want to go over the character of Rey because what really intrigues me the most about this movie is, of course, exactly where these characters are going to be going in this movie. So first things first, with the character of Rey, it's described that she's on the edge of a cliff during a major thunderstorm with lots of rain and lightning, in which the lightning reveals tall structures behind her that are described to be Jedi temples of sorts, while she wields an ignited blue lightsaber. Now, could this very well be the entrance to the Lost City that we have been talking about for a couple of months now? We do know that the Lost City was an original concept by J.J. Abrams for The Force Awakens / Episode 7 that never made it to the final cut of that film that will be making its appearance in Episode 9. So these tall structures in back of Rey, it really does make one wonder, is this an actual connection to what we got a glimpse of in The Force Awakens? If you look at The Force Awakens, we do know that there is, of course, a major thunderstorm on some unknown world, and when the lightning actually strikes, where you do get to see the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren in greater detail, you also do see some kind of weird structure in the background. And could this be the same exact location that Rey is at in the teaser trailer for Episode 9? The next thing that I do want to go over is, of course, the character of Kylo Ren, the Knights, and the group of these new clan members, or whoever they really are going to be, in this movie. This could very well be the new threat that we have been hearing about that will be making an appearance in Episode 9. That'll actually make Kylo Ren feel somewhat vulnerable at some point in time in Episode 9 itself. So, the whole entire situation is Kylo Ren and his knights in a standoff with another group of characters and or villains, around 10 of them, wielding these new types of weapons, where they are weapons that has a lot of plasma surrounding them. So they're not lightsabers per se, but these could absolutely be new types of weapons that could combat against lightsabers, kind of like what we saw in the scenario between both Traitor and Finn on Takodana in The Force Awakens. So the Knights of Ren, we do know that they are very prominent in this movie. They are very significant in the story. They are going to be very important for the plot of Episode 9 as well as the character development of Kylo Ren in, of course, this film by JJ. So that's the great thing to look forward to, is that it seems as though that Disney and Lucasfilm, they want to make sure that the fans know that the Knights of Ren are coming back in Star Wars Episode 9. You know, a group of characters that a lot of people are just very interested in ever since we got a glimpse of them in The Force Awakens. The reason as to why we're so interested in them is because of how mysterious they really are and, you know, who they could potentially be connected to. So the next thing that I do want to go over is the Leia sequence, in which she's sitting on a large chair inside of a Resistance cruiser looking out to a distant space battle. Now, this is most likely the space battle that we have been hearing about on and off these past weeks or so, about that one that involves Rey and Kylo Ren, and of course the First Order, and new TIE fighter designs as well in this movie. So what really intrigues me though is that this teaser trailer is actually designed in order to make a lot of fans, both hardcore and casual fans alike around the world, that'll actually make fans very emotional and even shedding tears at certain points in this teaser. Now, like I say, we do know that they're focusing on legacy characters as well in this movie, such as Luke, Leia, and Lando. It's all about how they treat those characters as well. In, if they really want to get the people back into the theater seats, and if they really want to gain the trust of hardcore fans. In my opinion, they've really got to pay a lot of attention to Luke, Leia, and Lando in a correct way. They can't just insert them in there just to money grab. They gotta actually give them an important role in this story, in which I think that they will because they know the stakes here, and I think that JJ knows too because of The Last Jedi Backlash. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.